Hello friends and welcome back to Vedic Astrology. Recently, the Prime Minister of Pakistan and the country itself has been in the news for all the wrong reasons. But most of the people in Pakistan and some of the ardent supporters of Imran Khan hails him as the new ray of hope for a country which has hardly ever seen a true democracy. So in this video, we will explore the horoscope of Prime Minister Imran Khan, see what lies ahead in his future, and by extension of that, we will also see what this horoscope can tell us about the future of Pakistan as a country. So from the available details, Imran Khan was born on November 25th, 1952 at 6:45 am in Lahore. Using this birth details, we get is a Scorpio ascendant sign, and this becomes the horoscope. And I've also taken the moon sign or moon horoscope as well, because in many cases, in fact in all cases, moon ascendant must be looked at and analyzed to reach at a proper conclusion. But in some cases, moon ascendant could be even more important than just the ascendant sign horoscope. We will see the reasons for that maybe in some other video, but for now we have this is the horoscope and this is the moon Lagna horoscope. Now before we analyze any horoscope of an unknown person who is not known to you intimately or personally, as a best practice we should verify whether the horoscope is correct or not. So let's first check if this is the right horoscope. And one of the ways to do it is check the physical personality. So let's see what kind of person or physical appearance this horoscope shows. So physical personality is truly dependent on your rising sign or ascendant. Sun also represents your physique and the lord of the first house. Now if you see, the ascendant sign is Scorpio, which is always known as an enigmatic sign. It has some kind of a mystery associated with it. And when you have Mercury here along with Sun, Mercury in this enigmatic sign gives a youthful personality. Mercury is a sign of youth, or it is not, it always gives a young looking personality. And Sun in the first house is good for physical strength. Now see where the ascendant lord is placed. Ascendant lord Mars is a masculine planet, is known to give masculinity. Now Scorpio is similar way as Mars. And now see, Mars is exalted. Mars is in the sign of Capricorn, which is making Mars very, very strong. And Mars is also with Rahu, which is another sign or another planet which imparts a lot of mystery. So we have a strong Scorpio ascendant with Mercury and Sun, and Mars is exalted and plays with Rahu. So we can certainly say that the physical appearance will have some kind of Rahu-like enchanting ability. And the physical appearance will have some kind of a charm, some kind of unexplicable charm which attracts people, because we have Scorpio, we have Mercury, we have Mars with Rahu exalted. Now that appears to be true in this case. Imran Khan is known as a very handsome person. Everybody in Pakistan thinks he is one of the most handsome person who has headed the office. So this is somewhat showing that probably the horoscope is right. Let's look at some other aspects also of the personality to be 100% sure that the horoscope is correct. And one way to do that is look at other aspects of the personality. We saw the physique. Now let's see what kind of a general life this person should lead. Again, that is the mental makeup of the person is also denoted by the ascendant, because it rules your head or brain. Now the lord of ascendant Mars is in the third house, which is the house which is known as the beginning of karma or desires. Now Mars is the planet of passion. It is the masculine passion which is represented by Mars. Likewise, the feminine passion is represented by Venus. Now, planet of passion or masculine passionate, Mars, who is the lord of ascendant, is in the house of Kama Trikon or third house, along with Rahu. Now, Rahu is the first rate planet which pushes person into sensual world, into sensuality. And Mars is strong, Mars is exalted. So this is the person who should enjoy sensual life, who should have a very active physical life. At the same time, because Mars is strong, he would enjoy or spend a lot of time in pleasure. And because Mars shows your aggression, it shows your physical capability. It will show that you spend a lot of your physical capability in enjoying yourself, in making your own life comfortable. Now Mars has an aspect on the 9th house, so which 9th house is not the house of personal pleasure. Third is the house of personal pleasure, but 9th is the house of community service. So the aspect of Mars on the 9th would show that he would spend a lot of physical energy for the community as well, but the aspect only gets activated later in life. The initial part of the life would be all about, personal pleasure, personal passion, and so on. And this happens to be right. Imran Khan has always led a life of a Casanova. He has had so many relationships with women. During the early days of him as a cricket player, one of the most popular images of his is him wearing a t-shirt which read, big boys play at night. And he was never sort of accepted in the conservative society of Pakistan, at least in the early days of his life. Though he was respected because he won them World Cup, and because of Mars being exalted in the third house, he enjoyed playing cricket and he had a good career as a cricketer, but his personal life was full of passion, full of desires, and almost like a Casanova. So what this shows is that this horoscope which we are seeing is pretty much correct. Now the same aspects of being a pleasure seeking person or a Casanova can be seen from moon horoscope also. Having Mars exalted in the 12th house of all kind of pleasures, and Ketu and Saturn here, I'm not going into details of this, but the same characteristics can be easily confirmed from moon horoscope as well. So I think by looking at the physical personality and the mental personality, we can be sure that this horoscope belongs to Imran Khan. Now let's take a look about the recent past and the future predictions. So Imran Khan began his Venus Mahadasha sometime around 2015, late 2015, and in Venus Mercury he became Prime Minister of the country in 2018. Now Venus and Mercury are capable of giving a good Raj Yoga, especially from the moon horoscope point of view. If you look at from the moon's chart or moon ascendant chart, Venus is in the 11th house, and Venus is alone a Raj Yoga Karaka because it's the lord of 4th and the 9th house. Mercury also, for an Aquarius moon sign, is a highly benefic planet, being the lord of 3rd house, and it is also well placed. Similarly, from the ascendant chart, when Mercury is in the ascendant itself and Venus in the 2nd house. Now this Raj Yoga is very powerful from the moon's chart, but not so powerful from the ascendant chart, and this also has a very big significance because Prime Minister Khan pretty much runs a puppet government. He is not completely in charge of the government because in Pakistan, the real government is always run by the army. And though Mr. Khan is Prime Minister, for the sake of showing to the world, for his own ego, he is the Prime Minister of the country, which is the moon sign, but physically, really, he is not in charge. And Venus Dasha, for the kind of placement Imran Khan has, is not always great for this kind of horoscope, especially whenever Venus Jupiter time comes in, which will happen sometime in late 2024 or early 2025. That time will be extremely difficult, especially for physical health. So Venus Dasha, throughout 20 years is not going to be great. And also now he is going to transition into Venus Sun and Venus Moon Dasha period. And as these time period begin, especially the Venus Moon, the transition of Saturn and Jupiter are going to be extremely adverse for his horoscope. Saturn soon, early next year, would move into the 10th sign of Capricorn, which is its own sign, and it will start transiting over the Mars and Rahu of Imran Khan's horoscope. And not only that, it will be 12th to the moon of the horoscope, which means the Sadesati is going to begin very soon. Now this is the third Sadesati of the horoscope, and it is going to be extremely troublesome. Combine this with the time period of Venus Moon, which is going to start soon, followed by Venus Mars, which will lead slowly to Venus Jupiter, where we have clearly predicted physical issues, health issues. But this Venus Mars, Venus Moon, along with these adverse transitions of Saturn and Jupiter, are clear indication that Imran Khan, like his predecessors, will have to leave the country. He is not going to be able to finish his full term as the Prime Minister, as the unrest in the country will start, as well as the army is not going to keep quiet. They are probably likely to take control, maybe according to me, in next 12 to 14 months. The next 1 year, 1.5 years is going to be extremely challenging, where Imran Khan, though from his heart he may have all the good intentions for his country, but it looks very unlikely that he will be able to fulfill any of those dreams. And in all likelihood, he will have to go in exile, either a political exile or by him, by his own will, leave the country and go to a foreign land and spend the last days of his life. Now, as for the country, Pakistan itself, situation doesn't seem to augur well either. It is very likely that the country will get into turmoil of a similar nature it went into 1971, which led to some of the most unfortunate events in the history of Pakistan, where the country fought for its own survival, and that seems to be happening again. The time indicates that Pakistan is going to struggle and will have to fight for its own survival and existence, not just because of external forces, but because of its own internal turmoil. And I will make another video on by looking at the horoscope of Pakistan itself and explain how the future looks like from that perspective. So my dear friends, I hope you liked this analysis of Imran Khan's horoscope. Please do like and subscribe to my channel for more interesting videos, and have a wonderful life until we meet again. Bye bye.